I think we should be live. Let's see. Yeah, I think we're live. Hello, guys. Again, let us please know if you can see us, if you can hear us. Hello, Chaitanya. Uh, Let me open the chat right here and charts right here. Okay, thank you for the confirmations, guys. I'm doing great. How about you? Good luck. Okay, guys, Ken is going to join us very soon in about 3 to 5 minutes. We've got another guest on live stream today, and it's Angel, who also is a customer support agent at eDmarkets. So you guys know now that whenever you are reaching out to eDmarkets, it's not just random people. It's also people who are either traders or they have broad knowledge about trading industry. Or some of you probably already spoke to Angel on the live chat. Yes, we are here. Okay, perfect. Till Ken comes here, we can probably discuss, and I think it should be in a minute. We can probably discuss what we can do this week, because last week we did the account review again with the last trader that I'm recording separately a review, as this guy was on fire. He's been trading with EA since 2023, getting payout every month, either 3, 4K. At the same time, he started trading 25K account, and now he's trading about $400,000 on 3 different accounts. So I was thinking that instead of doing account review next, I can either, guys, show you some strategies that I've learned recently, or I can show you the strategy that I'm trading, the custom indexes on FX with the market sentiment and with the fundamental analysis. So I was thinking to do a little bit of, I don't know, strategy talk probably, live in the charts, of course. So also it's an opportunity for us to teach you something more about the fundamental analysis. I'll probably just do another poll on Instagram to guys let you decide if you want to do another account review. And I think we did better than previously, but it's still not the way that I would like to have it. So we'll figure out good topics. Yeah. Hey, everyone who's joining. And Ken is already messaging me that he's going in. Okay, what would you like us to analyze, guys? Again, we will also do with Ken the usual, so forex pairs, Euro USD, GBP USD. But then we've got Angel here who trades on the indexes, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yes, sir, that's right.
Okay,
I'm on the future side of eDmarkets.
I think a lot of people were asking about indexes or can do analysis on indexes, and I'm not indexes trader at all. So usually there was only Ken who can do that. Now we've got 2 guys, which is improvement. US 30. Which indexes did you say that you are trading?
Mostly YM and NQ, pretty much.
Okay, US 30. I think Ken also can dive into US 30 game one. Okay, let me probably share the charts till the Kane comes here. Or yeah, perfect. Okay, let me just ask the chat if they want to start. Guys, do you want to start today with the indexes first and then Forex? Or would you like the usual, firstly Forex and then indexes? I see Euro USD. I see a lot of US 30 and also German 40, so DAX. Euro USD. As you wish. Indexes, Forex. MI is future for Dow Jones, Chaitanya. Yeah. Okay. Angel, would you like to start, or should I?
You can start first.
Yeah. Okay.
I'll go on
Okay.
myself.
Yeah. Let me take a look. To be honest, guys, I didn't prepare yet what's on the calendar this week, but let me share the screen, at least some sort of a technical analysis till Ken comes here. Share the screen, and trading view. It should be there. Let me know whenever you see my charts, so I can dive in. GBP/USD MIBOR. Let's start Forex pairs. Okay, let's start indexes. Okay, Oleg, we will start on Forex as usually, and then we go all the way through the gold. I think we can also analyze the gold. To be honest, I don't know what was happening on gold lately, but yeah, I think we've discussed it on previous stream that there's still this trend line holding it, and as we speak today with this bullish momentum mostly from the dollar weaknesses, we going up, and I think we can hit back to 3,440, which is not that far actually. There's not much in a way. There's a bit of a support as we speak on this level 3.4, but I'm pretty sure we'll break above if the dollar won't get any bullish momentum, and reaching 3.44 is very, very probable. That's true. Yeah, so can probably provides more on gold. And let's take a look some Forex pairs. Let me open the chat on the right side so I can see what you guys. Gold all-time highs again. Yeah, that's very probable. Let me just take a quick look on the US dollar index. Yeah, today is not a dollar day. I mean, there's still tariffs in the play. I mean, on Europe, he tried to do more than 10%. Europe is going to fight back. It's going to be really volatile in upcoming weeks on dollar pairs and indexes. So we'll see how that is going to perform. At the same time, if I'm not mistaken, Ken might correct me, but the US and UK already have a deal. So I think that can support, if we see further dollar weaknesses, we can see some strength on the pound, which bounced from 1.34. Right now, we stopped at the support of 1.35. But if dollar will again continue with this bearish momentum, we might just see a smaller correction on lower time frames, such as 30 minutes, and then continue higher towards 1.36. Let me just happy Monday, Marudada. Hello, Ken. Waiting to come in. I didn't see that. Sorry, Ken. Take a look at Swiss franc Japanese yen. Hello, Ken. I'm so sorry. I didn't see that you are already joining in.
No worries, man. All good.
Okay, just so you know, this is Angel, one of our support agents crew, who also happen to be trading indexes and futures. Nice. So he will be joining us on our live stream. So we have one more person because, as you know, I'm not an indexes guy, so probably you guys can chat more about them.
Awesome. Welcome.
Yeah, thank you, Ken.
Whereabouts are you based?
Sorry, Ken?
Huh? No, that's what I said. Whereabouts is Angel from?
Yeah, he's US based. If I'm not mistaken, he's US based. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, okay. Awesome.
I have it right. I showed at GU daily. It's overnight positive. Yeah, the swaps should be positives, if I'm not mistaken, but I don't know. Maybe Ken can provide more information. I know there was something happening regarding tariffs. I mean, if I'm not mistaken, again, the UK and US have pretty much deal settled, right? Which could be a good sign for pound. But he's again threatening some bigger tariffs on Europe fighting back. So,
yeah.
What do you think could be the outcome of it?
Of this trade situation?
Yeah.
I don't think Trump's going to win this one. I feel like the EU have had enough, basically. Obviously everyone's been bowing down to Trump's, demands, basically. And I think the EU are going to stick to their guns on this and take the risk, because US, Trump is fully aware, but obviously there's rationality, and there's, him being an aggressor. And I think when he's so much an aggressor, his rational thinking goes out the window. I know he's an intelligent man, but there's not much rationality with him. And the US are very dependent on their relationship with EU. Okay, there's a lot of pharmaceuticals, pharma that comes into the United States. There's a lot of US-based businesses that operate within Europe that rely on deals, with European-based governments. There are a lot of cars. This is the thing. Americans love their freaking cars, and they love foreign vehicles as well. And a lot of European cars go into America. So yeah, that hurts, European-based manufacturers, but it also pisses off Americans because they want these cars, but then Trump's slapping on tariffs, and making inflation and causing inflation. So I don't think this is not really a situation that Trump wins unless he comes and meets in the middle. Otherwise, it's just going to be a full-blown trade war. And the thing is, right, if we have that, if we have the Europe sort of standing their ground, then it's going to force everybody else to get a little bit more confidence and start, putting up a bit more of a fight. And then Trump just loses, basically. Yeah. I mean, I hope that doesn't happen. I don't hope that doesn't happen. But I mean, it's a possibility. So at the moment, we're not really focused too much on trade deals. Like the dollar, if you look at the dollar right now, obviously we're losing momentum again. And that structure, when you look on that structure that we've been speaking about before, which we had the possibility of breaking out of, we're back within that structure. We're still respecting that structure, aren't we? Should I share my screen, Joe?
Yeah, sure. I'll stop sharing and you can go ahead. Basically, I was just trying to figure out what's happening on gold, but that's the recent dollar weakness, and we bounced from that trend line that we discussed last week. At the same time, I was just taking a look at GBP USD as we bounce from the support. And right now, if we break the resistance, what was the resistance? Let me just double check. It was 1.35. Then, I mean, we can get back to 1.36, which is additional 100 pips on pound. Depends if the pound will remain strong from at least the long term. I mean, in the short term, the dollar kind of getting back everywhere, right?
Yeah. I think let me just quickly share this.
Yeah, sure.
Share. Okay. Cool. Right. Entire screen. All right. Cool. All right. Can you see my screen now?
Yeah.
At the charts.
Clearly. Yes.
Yeah, cool.
Looking at the gold mist, I think.
Yeah, perfect. So, yeah, I think, to be honest with you, I think there is an element of, gold. Look, we've been talking about gold upside for a while, haven't we, Jake? We said that let me just go to gold before we go to dollar, seeing as we've been speaking about that. Obviously, we just had this period of consolidation for a while, but, no one's stopping buying gold. The gold buying is still happening, physically. We're not just talking about speculation here. We're talking about physical buying. I haven't had time to pull it up, but I'll pull up the data again like we've done before. But the buying is still happening, on a sovereign level. Central banks still buying gold. So there's so much uncertainty that we're heading towards, and it's just like a ticking time bomb for our, the recession. It's a ticking time bomb for these tariffs because, we're still talking about tariffs. We're going to be talking about tariffs. I guarantee you we're going to be talking about tariffs at the end of this year. They're not going anywhere. So anyway, gold price, obviously, when you look on the weekly, it's not the sexiest of price action at all. We've been consolidating, we've been moving with a range. Obviously, we've caught some upside pressure. Jake obviously noted, and obviously I've been keeping an eye on this, supporting trend line where we've been bouncing. Then we've been moving in this range. We had a bit of a breakout, again, just not being a massive trend line trader, but just we had this structure here where we printed lower highs, lower lows, Then we broke. Retest and then extended to the upside, and we started a trend to the north. Okay, I took some longs early AM this morning actually because I was monitoring this on Friday when we had this close here. We started forming obviously the higher highs, high high, high low, high high, high low. Guys, market. I said it. I screamed about it on that last stream about market structure. Like, trend is your friend. Market structure doesn't lie. And obviously this was supported to the upside. So I'd seen this obviously down here, this new lower high, higher low, excuse me. Obviously, I didn't take the trade here. I waited this morning till London AM and fortunately managed to catch just this break at 5:30 AM London time, because basically I saw another bounce here. And then again, you guys know I like my flags. Here's a quick little flag here. And then obviously a breakout to the upside. And I was just being conservative, you know, where we're moving within this range here. I was just being conservative by going to that range, because every time, look, since late June, for a month now, we've been moving within this range. Bam, 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 point to point to point to point. And it's been very clean. If you're a range trader, even if you're not a range trader, it's been really, really nice to just sort of trade within this range. And obviously market structure, as I say, is just been there every time when we've been respecting this range here. So yeah, I had that. And obviously now we've broken out to the upside and momentum is obviously clearly there. If I just remove this a moment and we see where we're going. Now there's a bit of daily supply here where we're at now, heading into 3,400. It's very psychological. You guys can see that, the various rejections there. So we need a nice bullish candlestick, which we're heading for today. And then we're going to have a shot at coming up to these all-time high area again. That's our next major zone. So yeah, this is what we're looking out for right now. But you can just see the slowdown right now at 3,400. But we've got the steps to take now for this upside pressure. Now with gold, yes, we are still supported, as I say, by this. Yeah, Jake mentioned obviously the tariffs, and that is definitely still playing a part. Obviously, as Jake just noted there, EU-US trade. These guys obviously ramping up prospects for retaliation here. Okay, so they're exploring broader set of possible countermeasures against the United States because they're not happy. So Trump's now, it's just going to invite a full-blown potential trade war. You know, we had US and China, didn't we? Which US and China has gone away for now. It's just been swept under the rug. That will come back to surface. But now we've got US and EU. Okay, and they're obviously big trading partners. So it's going to be interesting. Now, I want to jump over to dollar for a moment because I'm really interested in this. I find this interesting because obviously last week in our stream, I said, okay, obviously I've been a massive dollar bear, but I said there's a very good chance now that the dollar has a very good chance to carry on, push to the upside, like recovery, because, well, one of the things was we were very much overcooked somewhat in terms of this downside pressure. We saw Bank of America in their latest report, in their survey report, fund managers. This was the largest, this short here, this whole downside was one of the largest dollar shorts on record. Okay. There was a time frame on it, but anyway, it was massive. We had a massive dollar short, and when we're extreme, you know, when there's extreme positioning on one side of the pendulum, this is an opportunity now for potential corrections, because I said to you guys before, there's only potentially so much selling power or buying power, whatever direction we're moving in, that the market has, right? So yeah, dollar had a bounce. We had obviously reason macro on a fundamental level. We had reason. Remember last week, the inflation data, if you look at trading economics, sorry. Let me just get up trading economics. If you look at trading economics last week, just quickly refresh our memory. Okay. Look, inflation rate on the year-on-year, 2.7%, the core 2.9%. So this obviously diminished some of the rate cuts that markets have been pricing in for later this year. So that's why dollar was pushing to the upside. But today, when you look, I saw yields dropping first, right? Yields in the United States started falling. Okay, the bond yields, they started falling. Bam, 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 bam. And obviously dollar follows suit, right? Remember, when yields are coming down, okay, when the yields coming down, remember, these markets are made up of fixed income, bonds, a lot of flows into bonds. If the yield on the bond is coming down, then that encourages outflows or discourages money coming in because you're getting less return when you're investing in that bond, right? So yields coming down, dollar follows. We've gone over this before in previous streams. So dollar's obviously playing catch up now. Bear in mind, yields, sorry, just quickly go back to the 10-year yield, the benchmark. We've been falling for the past 1, 2, 3 sessions, okay, 4 today, but now the dollar's potentially playing catch up. Okay, it is selling here. And again, like, what do we have here, guys? A potential lower high. Okay. obviously I said I would be really screaming about dollar bulls last week. If you remember on the stream, go and watch it back. I'm not lying. I said I'll be screaming dollar bulls when we're back above 100, like 150, because when you look on a monthly, that's the next major monthly resistance. Can you see the lower part of this range that we contained within for so long? So I said I'll scream dollar bulls when we're back above here. Okay. But obviously we're still respecting this bearish structure. And obviously when you look at euro, guys. What have we done here? You can see it, right? On the weekly, look, it's clean as day. High, 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 low, high, 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 low, high, 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 low, high, high, higher, freaking low, right? And look, we're hunting, guys. Remember when we see these gaps, we're hunting for a gap fill. We are, look, you can see it. We're right up at that gap now, the upper part of that gap. And we're going to look to fill that. We had a reversal candlestick really last week. Look, that's a reversal candlestick. So long as it's validated with a closure above this week, then what are we going to go into freaking do? We're going to go and print a higher high up at 119. Now, I know Jake and I were talking about this for a while, you know, and it looks very, very likely. We're respecting structure. We're respecting the trend. So this is interesting. I don't know what your take is on that at the moment, Jake.
Yeah, I'm on the same page. The only thing is that the pound created a new lower low, but still bullish for me. I mean, if you do 4-hour daily time frames, you're still very bullish. But the Euro USD looks a little bit better than GU, and I think we will reach out back to 1.185, if not 1.2, where I would love to go. Don't know if we get there. Depends on what's going to be the outcome of the tariffs. Depends on the fundamentals. Also, the Powell he speaks this week, I think. But yeah, I'm still bullish. GBP USD and Euro USD. On Euro, I mean, yeah, especially on Euro, where I'm bullish for past 2 months at least since we started doing live streams. So I'm totally on it with you.
Yeah, man. Awesome. Yeah, I mean, really and truly still, let's focus, as you said, rightly said there, Powell. I'm not sure whether or not this guy is going to speak on monetary policy or economy, because sometimes when there's comments, when he's speaking at these sort of places, the first thing the line that he'll drop is, for example, didn't comment in the press release, it'll be like, didn't comment on monetary policy or the economy, or is not going to comment on monetary policy and the economy. Yep. That's a very probable outcome as well, because obviously the FOMC's rate decisions next week, and we have this where they go into this dark window, this window of silence, basically, where no members speak ahead of the decision on giving clues. But let's see. You never know. And do you know what? I am so interested because, guys, you've seen what Trump's been doing with regards to Powell. And you know how we had those reports last week where Bloomberg reported, and look at the dollar just quickly. Let's just quickly refresh your memory. I just want to show you the movement, just to show you the impact of this, because it's really interesting stuff. This here, right? This here was, so we had this big fall in dollar, okay? Big drop in dollar, and then we pulled back. Now, this big drop was because there were reports from Bloomberg saying that Trump is exploring firing Powell, which is crazy. Sorry, Jake, were you going to say something?
Yeah. I was just about to say, I've heard today that Trump find out that it's going to be so difficult to find a way to somehow kick the Powell out of the office that more people are doubting that's going to actually happen. So I think that's going to be reflected in the market as well. Yeah, I've heard it just this morning that it's not going to be as easy as Trump probably thought it might be.
No, he can't do that. He really, really can't do it. It's just not. It's not going to happen. Obviously, this. Sure, I think this is obviously, it is a way of, and this is why I find it so interesting, because obviously this pressure, Trump knows exactly what he's doing in terms of this pressure. Now, obviously, if we now see Jerome Powell start hinting at potential dovishness, then markets are going to be questioning. There's going to be the credibility aspect of things comes into play now. It's like, is Powell maneuvering, pivoting to the dovish stance because of the pressure from Trump, or is he actually doing this because we need to, because the economy needs it? And obviously, he's the sole reason that rates are still higher at the moment in the United States is because inflation's still high, as you saw there last week as we recapped. So if he starts changing tone now, then the credibility thing comes into play, and that's a whole different kettle of fish. And that obviously will just force big dollar selling, because obviously then we'll be getting closer to rate cuts anyway. If Powell's going to start maneuvering like that, dollar will dump hard, like big time on that aspect, but then also on the aspect of credibility, because the Fed is supposed to be independent from the US government. It should not be taking any influence from the government whatsoever. So then the dollar just gets whacked to death if we get any dovishness from Powell. Either way, dollar's screwed unless Powell comes out. If he speaks tomorrow and says, inflation's still high, we're not looking to maneuver yet, then the dollar can have a chance. But if he starts taking dovish action, guys, I'm going to be there with my popcorn ready. Be ready for them heavy dollar shorts tomorrow if that happens. Okay,
that's true.
I'm interested.
That's true.
Yeah, man.
I'll probably stay out and I'll be trading probably still the same, which is my baby euro, Australian dollar, since this situation is sorted out. But yeah, if that happens, it should be bearish momentum. Should be.
Yeah, man.
I can just quickly take a look on Euro Australian dollar as I speak.
Yeah, go on. I actually took some longs myself on Euro Aussie.
Did you? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Those of you who watch our streams, they know that I'm extremely bullish on Euro Australian dollar, and I've been talking about it. You can go review the last streams. Can you see my screen? Yeah, you should be.
Yeah, you're all good, sir.
Yeah, so this was the first longs on Australian dollar about 7-8 streams ago. Then I think it was last week when I said we are going to bounce again from that trend line, and I think we still continue, and I'm very, very sure. Well, I don't want to say sure, but the probability that we're going back to 1.8 is really high. I mean, we can get something like a small correction on lower time frames to have a better open price, but I think Euro Australian dollar for me is still one of the best deals. Still very bullish. Euro is still strong, and I'm still waiting for RBA to some sort of report or have bullocks saying that we can't hold it for longer because GDP is getting it's decreasing, and at the same time the inflation is more or less under control, and this will trigger even more bullish momentum on Euro Australian dollar. So I'm still looking forward to it. I'm pretty sure it will. At least it should come in the next 30, 60 days, 1 or 2 months. I think it will come a little bit earlier than that. But if that happens, we probably can create a new high on 1.81. That's a long-term perspective, but fundamentally speaking, with the RBA, with the strong euro, the probability is very high, very high. You said that you were trading the Euro Australian dollar yourself?
Yeah, I took longs as soon as so after the price is settled at the open at 11 o'clock London time. I took some longs on the hourly. So obviously, yeah, I was watching the same as you, that new higher low. I was watching that, and then I got in. There was a bit of a breakout we had obviously a near-term pullback on the hourly. We were printing lower highs, lower lows, and then we had a breakout. We had a bullish look at the bullet on the hourly. If you go on the hourly,
you mean this pullback?
So can you zoom in a minute, a little bit?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, you're.
I've got this is basically the trend line from higher time frame, and this is 1.78.
Wait, you're on the 1 hour?
Yeah, this is 1 hour chart.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's your pricing looks a little bit different to mine. Your candlestick behavior. So basically, yeah, that pin bar there, more or less.
Maybe because I'm using Saxo as the provider as I'm trading.
Oh, right. I see.
Saxo,
yeah.
So maybe you have different provider.
Yeah, so around 11 o'clock BST. So where that bullish pin bar is, can you see that pin bar in the middle?
This one.
Yeah, there. So
Yeah.
after that closure above and the following candlestick, I took longs. Because for me, obviously, we already had that validation with that high low there. And then, I took those longs. So I've got targets. I'm looking for basically the highs of last week. So it's 79, which we came very close to. Got highs of 79.40. And then also I'm looking for 181 and then basically the highs of 2025,
You mean completely high, 1.85?
183. Yeah. I mean, that's going to be that's just going to be a small runner for me to see if we can achieve that. But the fundamentals are there. The divergence is there.
They are. I mean, there's 90 to 10 that we are continuing in the uptrend. So pretty much sure of it. I'm not sharing any financial advice or nothing like that, but Euro Australian dollar, my crystal ball still works, and I think we're going to create new higher high.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was just the question of when to enter the market, and we are now getting slight correction, I would say. So might come soon, but your trade actually was pretty good. I mean, entering on that's also important, guys, to learn some candle patterns or candlestick formation. I don't know what is it called, but whenever you have candle like this, suggesting there was not enough sellers to break below, also one of the signals. So you can see it most of the time when bouncing from the trend line. Usually market left a very big shadow and then reversed in the opposite direction. So yeah, that's as for the Euro Australian dollar. You also already covered gold, right?
Yeah, we covered gold.
We pretty same. I've got only the trend line because this is all I need. So basically bouncing. I was saying it from the start. Bouncing, heading back towards 3.44. The only resistance that you also highlighted is basically the zone where we are right now, which is more visible on 4 hour, but you can see market reacting a lot of times here. So yeah, we're right now at that point, but once we're above, there's nothing actually till the very level of 3.44.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair as well, Jake, we is very similar sort of price action with Euro NZD as well.
Euro NZD.
Yeah, I didn't take the longs because it was just too much Euro exposure. But if you look at Euro NZD, you can see the similar sort of structure at the moment with these higher highs, higher lows, really clean. I mean, sort of top down, it looks bullish. There's this massive wick of April that we're probably going to fill. We're hunting for that wick fill, I believe, back to 2. I think we can go back to 2.
It's also very bullish. I think New Zealand dollar was a little bit weaker than Australian dollar. That's why it's a little bit higher. I mean, the formation is pretty much the same, right? The chart is pretty much the same. So the only thing that I didn't know that New Zealand's going to be that weaker, but both of them are good with me. I mean, they're pretty much behaving the same, right? So
yeah, and we had overnight on Sunday, so lower inflation from New Zealand on a quarter-on-quarter to 0.5%. So obviously that gets us closer towards more RB and Z cuts as well. If we're getting a cooling in inflation, the next rate decision is on the August 20th, so we've still got a month.
Yeah, but we've got enough time.
Yeah, because they 2 weeks ago they left rates unchanged, and with one of those reasons citing obviously inflation as well. So this sort of gets us closer to more rate cuts. So that's definitely NZD negative. So if you look across the board, GPNZD is up a lot, Euro NZD is up a lot. NZD is definitely an underperformer today. Look versus the dollar as well. NZD is the underperformer versus the dollar. Yeah, man. So we're definitely getting closer to more rate cuts.
I mean, they're both looking at the indexes. Both are very, very bullish. Bearish. I mean, when I'm looking at it, this is Australian dollar, which you might see that as a little bit of wake towards the upside, but New Zealand dollar doesn't even have that. It looks like we're going sideways, but every day is in red numbers, almost every day.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're going
Yeah.
down.
But
Any other
by the way,
markets, guys? Yeah, sorry.
Jake, well, yeah, maybe this is a time for Angel to speak. Someone said, when will Angel speak? Everyone's waiting in suspense.
Yeah, I'm actually looking at that in the comments.
Yeah, so guys, let's take a look at indexes, right? So that's Angel also he described it to me today. He's got very interesting strategy. If I'm not mistaken, you said you are trading the window of 45 minutes, right?
Yeah, I'll trade 20 minutes, which is the first macro time, is 9:50 to 10:10. And then the second macro, which is 10:50 to 11:10. It's pretty much when the hourly candle closes. So you wait for a reversal or continuation during that time.
Okay. And only two indexes, I think Ken was in here, but basically, if I'm not mistaken, you are trading US 30, but futures. And the second one was, please remind me?
NQ.
NQ, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so we can probably, if you want to, we can pass the screen sharing to you. You can probably start the index analysis. And I won't probably join it, but Ken also trades indexes, so he might be actually. Have you opened any trades, Ken, recently on indexes or just forex?
Just forex right now. I've been waiting for a pullback, a decent pullback with all indices really, which is not quite getting that pullback right now. But yeah, man, it's
And just
there's definitely some opportunities here still.
Yeah, just to buy on better prices, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Okay. I'll take on some as well. But basically, my friend told me a long time ago that the best way to trade indexes is just to buy and hold.
Just to buy.
Like don't do nothing else, just buy it and hold it.
Yeah, as soon as we get that next crash, I'm buying, baby. This is not financial advice, but when we get the next crash, I'm buying. Guys, like, look at it. Look at every time we have a financial crash. You look at as soon as that QE gets announced, look what happens to stocks, man. It's crazy. It's no brainer. That is not financial advice, but come on, go and look at history.
Okay, let's take a look at the chat. Keep growing up. Let's see the charts, brother. Okay, buy on a dip on an index. Yeah, that's what most of the index traders trying to do.
Do we have many index traders at EA?
I think so. Yeah, I think so. I mean, not that many as gold traders, because every week we analyze traders at the end markets, the successful ones. We usually run into like 3 or 4 out of the 5 traders who are trading gold, and that's all. So I think okay, Angel for some reason cannot share the screen. Let me see if I can do something about it, but you should be able. Does it says anything?
Click on the share screen button, it's not like showing up, so I'm not sure why.
Okay, probably you can try to reconnect again. Maybe that might help. Like
really hop off.
Just reset the window, and could be it's earnings season, so Nasdaq will be rallying. Could be the case.
I'll just, Jake, sorry, just while we wait for obviously Angel's amazing analysis, I'm excited to see, actually, to be fair. I'll quickly pull up my screen.
Sure.
Oh,
I would love to.
We're going into another dimension. There we go. Yeah, guys, I mean, this is one directional right now. Look at it. It's crazy. Let's start off with NQ. I'm just quickly looking at NQ now. Okay, let's go with, we're at all-time highs, right, guys? We're at all-time highs. There's a lot of, the thing is with stocks, there's a lot of a lot of optimism. Excited. There's a lot of optimism around still with this AI, and tech stocks. Tech stocks are really leading the way at present. We really are in this sort of tech boom, and there's sort of no sort of signs of a slowdown yet. Okay. obviously structure is extremely bullish. We had this period of consolidation here, where we were capped at 22.9. Okay, we just broke through that range there on Thursday. And then now it's obviously a continuation to the upside. Like the structure is very, very clean, guys, with these. Look at it. Look at it. I don't need to say it, but look, bam, 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 bam. And obviously we've got a higher low up here and obviously another extension through to the upside. So the trend is your friend with this, guys. It's very, very clean at present. And despite obviously stocks are just not bothered. Stocks are not bothered by what's happening at the moment with the trade war. It's not bothered for now. Markets are just hoping that the deal will just get hashed out. US 30 is probably going to have its chance here. I like this. The fact that if you look here, we're structured via the 4 hour, structure was bearish here. Can you see? Bam, bam, bam. And then we went and broke. Oh, we went and broke structure. I'll just sort of mark a line here. There we go. Sorry. Yep. All right, there we go. We went and broke this structure, and now we're looking to extend to the upside. So this looks pretty good right now. Okay, this presents an opportunity, in my opinion. And when you look at it, guys, it's a massive bull flag. Look, all right, guys, look. Clip this. Clip this. Let's see. Okay, this is just a little a measurement, because people that take the piss out of me for my flags. Okay, so right now let's measure this. Let's get an idea of where the US 30 is going to go to, and we'll see in a matter of weeks if this happens or not. So we're measuring the pole. So typically when I trade flags, especially when we're in like all-time areas, when we're like, how do we even measure where this next move is going to go? For me, historically, I measure the pole of the flag, so that momentum, that breakout there, and then I want to see the equivalent breakout to the upside. Okay, so let's see where this is potentially going to be taking us up towards sort of 47K. Okay, so let's see in a matter of, I don't know, let's say about a few weeks' time. Let's see if we can get up here. Obviously, I'm not giving you financial advice. I'm just saying, okay, if we just expect this to continue to respect structure, leaving a bit of breathing room below there, and then looking for basically this, all right, in towards sort of 47K. But that looks there's a decent chance of that, because nothing's happening at the moment in terms of to dismantle this current optimism with stock buying. Is Angel back? Sorry. Oh, he's back. Sorry.
Yeah,
I'll stop
he's
talking
back.
now. I think I've spoken enough. But
Should
anyway,
be working.
yeah, potential upside pressure. Anyway, I think continuation. So that's enough for me. I'll drop the mic and hand it over to Angel.
Yeah, he'll give it a go if it works. Yeah. So let's see. You need to stop sharing, I think, so he can. Not sure, but let's see.
Thanks, Chachanya. We love your flags, Ken.
Ken, I think you need to stop sharing the screen.
Oh, sorry, guys.
No problem. So sorry, he can do that. What Chatanya said?
They said we love your flags, Ken. And Uche as well. Is it Uche?
Thank you.
Uche, yeah, Nelson Uche.
7 huge, no risk, no Ferrari. Yeah, there's also no risk, no Ferrari. Oh my God! See.
All right, I'll stop sharing. By the way, I think.
Yeah. You let us know, Angel, if it works. It should work.
Oh, Angel's frozen for me for some reason. Maybe it's just
Is
my computer. Yeah, he's frozen. Angel, are you okay?
Okay.
Oh no.
So, yeah, probably got frozen. Probably. Yeah, it's not the first time. It's not the first person. It's not the last person. I know. I know how it is.
Sanjeev, guys, I'm worried after seeing you OGs wearing a cap. Makes me think I will get bored if I keep trading. Can you remove your hat?
Yeah, it is what it is, guys. It is what it is.
Yeah, embrace it. That's your trophy. That's your trophy to success. You go bald.
Yeah, but someone actually said that if you want a really good Forex mentor or trading mentor, you need to stick with the bald guys, because they went through something. So.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. Angel back? Oh, and he's gone. He's gone again.
Hopefully he's okay.
So probably not today, guys.
Sorry.
Yeah, I think
maybe he's got stage fright.
We'll do it on Wednesday probably, most likely. I'll try to jump on a quick call with Angela and try to figure out what happened. The ball guy are tapped in. Yeah, that's true. Jake Joe for your body today. Ken, do you have any other market that we can analyze, or are we good for today?
I'm just 1 moment. I'm just quickly checking my watch list. Let me just quickly break one more pair down that I'm monitoring at the moment. I'll just share my screen one last time just to round it off, guys. It's very quick. Sorry, give me a moment. Share screen. Okay, screen. Okay.
Someone said also Euro GBP. Let me see.
Yeah, Euro GP still looks good.
Does it? I think. Yeah, actually,
still
yeah.
looks good. Still looks good. I'll just. I'm looking at CAD Swiss basically. I like CAD Swiss right now. Obviously, we've said this to you before, guys, but the look at it. It's obviously very one directional. We've had a massive bearish engulf in there last month, a bearish candlestick. The structure is very much into the downside. Do you know what I like about CAD Swiss? When it breaks, it really breaks. Like, for example, obviously, we had this long period of consolidation, nice big drop here, big breakout to the downside of like some 400, 500 pips. And then we had this consolidation again, nice big breakout there, not massive, but we've got this consolidation again. We're grinding down, like we're knocking on the door. I said to you guys before, whenever we're knocking on the door, coming up to like we keep tapping a key area, we're not, this isn't strengthening. This isn't strengthening this level. This is breaking it down. And we have this period of consolidation right now. Guys, you already know what I'm going to mark up. Go on. I know you guys you can see it, right? So obviously a bit more of a pennant here. But nevertheless, we are consolidating. This is subject, in my opinion, to an explosive breakout. And then again, look, guys, look, you can see it for yourselves anyway. Look, let me show you something, okay? Look, take this for example. So this drop here, measure the pole for the equivalent breakout. Oh, look at that. That's more or less where it bounced. And then, so now we've got this flag. Here's measure the pole. Price range. Okay, 180 pips. Oh, yeah. So look, we could be heading down there. That's what I'll be looking for. So I'm monitoring at the moment. Okay, not just going to jump in now, but I mean, really, obviously, the risk, if I really wanted to jump in now, obviously the risk to reward is potentially going to be there. So I'll be placing stops just above, the upper part of this range, and then I'll be targeting that area there. And we still got what, 3 risk to reward? 2.5, excuse me. So yeah, this is on my watch list at the moment. I've got it marked up and keep an eye.
Can you remind me is it the cat with?
Sorry,
what's the pair again? It's the cat with
CAD Swift.
Oh, Swift. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, CAD Swiss. Yeah,
it's Swiss franc, guys. It has to be. It has to be this way. Let me see what's happening on Australian dollar Swiss franc, because we talked about that pair for so long as well. I think. Okay, look, it also looks pretty good right now. Let me see lower time frames. I mean, there's the flag, but not the flag that you are using for the breakout, but for the bouncing. Also looks very, very good. Yeah, I wouldn't be selling franc on any pair, so doesn't matter. Canadian dollar also looks very good, as I'm looking at it on my screen as well.
Chanya just asked you to share your screen, Jake, because you might as well talk about Euro GP as well. If you share.
Oh yeah, okay, I can do that before we actually.
Do I need to stop sharing again?
No. I should be good. Yes, I am. Okay, so this is Canadian dollar Swiss franc. Let me see the Euro GBP first.
Awesome.
So Euro GBP, and on the daily, we basically reached 87 level, and I think on the last live stream we were somewhere here. Yeah, I would kind of expect some sort of a break from the market at this point, while reaching 87. Kind of hard to tell. For me, it's too high to buy, at the same time too bullish to sell. If anything, if I'd be forced, maybe I would expect some sort of a correction back towards the 86, at least towards this level. Or at least a little bit, because pound is not that much weaker than the euro. So Yeah, I would probably expect it to go sideways, if anything. That's euro pound, and on Australian or Swiss franc. Don't have any analysis at all, just this channel, because on Swiss Pass I usually don't have an analysis, but basically we're bouncing from the top of the channel, we're hitting back. I think even if I'd be jumping in right now, I'd still would be pretty good, making new lower lows from this level 0.517, yeah, 0.517. Just keeping the stop loss above the, not again financial advice, but if I'd be on the market, yeah, for Australian dollar Swiss franc, basically, if you're not a scalper, it's always good important to get in. Yeah, there's not much to analyze because we are from the long. This is daily chart, and we in a pretty bearish trend and bearish market. So that's the. I'm sorry that I can't afford more technical levels, but I think for Swiss franc you don't actually need it. Yeah, and the proof is probably just here. If you take a look at the index, you go on daily, and you can zoom out however you want. You're still bullish. So that's markets for this week. All the important news for this week are in Discord, in markets Discord, as usually. So you can mark it in the calendar. Also, one thing that I use, I don't know how about you guys, but I'm very calendar favorite guy, that I usually mark all of my fundamental, the most important fundamentals throughout the week in the calendar. I don't know which calendar you use. I think Ken is using Trading Economics and Forex Factory, right?
Yeah, that's correct.
Yeah. Also, when you, if you're a futures trader or not futures trader, because it has the same calendar, but the CME, one of the two biggest liquidity providers on the futures, has also a very good calendar. Economic calendar, where it's also the function, so you can just click one button and import the fundamental into your Google Calendar or Apple Calendar, depends on what you're using. I use it on weekly basis. Just import it there. I can probably show it to you just quickly. Calendar. Last time we were speaking about the financial juice, which is economic calendar, which is also very helpful for traders. I would, if I'd be you, I download the app. It's free, and anytime there's something important or market is getting bearish or bullish momentum, there's a lot of volatility, you can just check on the financial juice. We're not sponsored or anything. This is just a tip for you, and you will know what exactly happened and why is market moving the way it's moving. I'll share a different screen very quickly before we end the stream. Share something else, and I can leave the link in the description, but this is the CME calendar, and it's very easy. Let's see what we have. Tuesday, one of the important fundamentals for Tuesday. I'm going down on a different. Do we have anything? Well, tomorrow. Yeah, let's say Jeremy Powell will speak. You can just open the fundament, and I don't know what was that. But basically, if you click to our calendar, very easy. There's not any more calendar providers. I'm using it on daily basis, on weekly basis, by the way. Every Sunday, I mark all the important data in my calendar, and I'm good to go for the week ahead. So that's as for the markets, and I'll probably see you on the Wednesday, because I have no other markets that I would like to discuss. It's Monday. I never trade on Monday. So if you're good, Ken, I think we can. Yeah.
Yeah, man. All
Perfect.
good from my side.
So thank you for joining in, and I'll see you on Wednesday. Also, you guys, very appreciated you joining in, being active in the comments. Just so you know, the giveaway is still on. I don't think I have to remind it, because most of you guys already are active within our live streams. So again, I'll provide you with the winners of 48-hour giveaway challenge in the comment section of this recording on our Ear Market YouTube channel. Thank you so much. Appreciate you guys. And I'll see you on Wednesday. You too, Ken.
Guys. Bye.